Not gonna lie, y'all, I really mess with this. Now, per On3, it says college football executives are expected to adopt a straight seeding model for this season's college football playoff. Ross Dellinger reports. So I love the straight seeding model. Obviously, I know you have conference champions, all that good stuff. You want to make sure that's important. But when we take a look, y'all, at these matchups, the matchups in the first round, just in general, would have been so much better, bro. All right, so now taking a deep dive. Remember, the first round, y'all, was not good, right? But this is how it would have looked. Now, I know Texas played against, obviously, Clemson. But, bro, Notre Dame, Clemson, you can't tell me that game wouldn't have went crazy, bro. Come on, man. Like, Clemson having to travel up to South Bend, Indiana to go play them, that game would have been everything, bro. And I really think it would have went toe-to-toe all the way down to the end in a gritty finish. Because remember, Texas put it on Clemson in that second half and whooped them. Now, this one, Ohio State, Arizona State would have been a little interesting because what Arizona State could do, I do think this hurts Arizona State. I don't think they would have been able to make such a long run in the college football playoff, making the quarterfinals, giving Texas a run for their money. I just don't see it. And then you're talking about a Texas-Ohio State game in obviously in the second round, in the quarter. Come on, bro. That right there is must-see TV, bro. When you talk about Texas, talk about Ohio State, them going neck and neck, toe-to-toe with each other. They're going to play this year, obviously, in week 1. I mean, bro, that right there is going to help your ratings alone, bro. Because likely Ohio State is going to beat them, right? And Texas, Ohio State, come on, bro. Sign me up. Then next up, hypothetically, if it would have went straight seeding model, Tennessee, SMU, that would have been a better matchup for Tennessee instead of having to play Ohio State the first round, in my humble opinion. I think it would have been really, 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 really good. I still think Tennessee would have came up ahead, but that would have got them to a quarterfinals. SMU probably would have got out. But I think that would have been a more interesting game than people think. And then obviously remember that Penn State put it on Boise State. But I think Indiana and Boise State, that would have been a more competitive matchup. You know what I'm saying? To say the least, two teams, they trying to make their mark, obviously, in college football. They're going toe-to-toe. I think them two would have been special. Just in terms of the matchup, right, with Ashton Jitsi running the ball, Curtis Roke, and the winner determines who goes, obviously, to go play Oregon. I think it would have been great. Now, going to the second round or the quarterfinals, Oregon, it would have been better because you're not playing a team like Ohio State, right? You're not having to see them likely into the national championship game, right? So you play the winner of Indiana, Boise State. You feel good about that. And then you play the winner of that Penn State game, whoever wins Penn State versus Notre Dame. Remember, Notre Dame ended up beating Penn State in the later rounds in the semis, right? So if you Oregon, you have a more easier track to obviously get to the national championship, in my humble opinion, and you likely get there with this seeding model. Now, on the other side of the bracket, let's say Tennessee beats SMU, which I think would have happened. Georgia-Tennessee Part 2 on a neutral site. Again, box office TV, matchups that you want to see, right? Teams that you want to see go toe-to-toe. And then after that, let's say Georgia beats Tennessee, right? Let's say Texas, Ohio State. Let's give the nod to Ohio State. You got Georgia, Ohio State in the semis. Again, a must-see matchup on TV that you're going to tune in to obviously watch, right? And then Oregon's going to play the winner of Georgia, Ohio State. So, obviously, I love this idea. I think the straight seeding model is going to be great for college football. We talked about the crazy 40-team playoff yesterday, which is wild to me. But, honestly, this is going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to see, what happens, obviously, in this new model, what teams are going to get, obviously, slated and everything. But this is great. I'm glad they're changing this. I'm glad they're meeting. And I'm glad they're expected to adopt this model because it's just going to do better, and you're going to have better matchups in the first round, the quarterfinals, the semis, and obviously the national championship. This is how you do it, man. But comment down below. Are y'all in favor of this new model? Let me know down in the comments.